Definitely one of the more interesting SUVs here is at Audi with the new Q8. Now, Q8's been out for a little while, but I thought we'd feature it just because A, it's here, and B, it's in this awesome blue color. Now, this car has got a 3-litre V6, which is a hybrid, good for 340 horsepower, 500 Newton meters of torque. Obviously, it's based very similar to the Porsche Cayenne Coupe chassis. It's got the coupe shape, which means it's styled a little bit more chic. Now, this car, as you see it on road, 6.8 million. Seems like a lot, but when you compare it to something like the Cayenne Coupe, upon which it shares a lot of the same detail and a lot of the same design features and is really built on the same sort of platform, it's a bargain. Now, being a modern Audi, it's not going to be short on features either. Now, this is the S line, so it gets the trim upgrade. This particular one has got the nice sports cross-stitch seats. As you can see with the layout in the interior, it's electronic dash, it's electronic and full computerized infotainment system, and all of the climate controls. It's very, very modern in terms of its design. But then, I mean, all new Audis are. I think what separates the Q8 from a lot of the other cars is just, it doesn't feel like a big car. Like when you drive a Q7, you kind of feel like you're driving a big boat, whereas this, it feels a lot more tighter and sporty. It's still a reasonably sized car, still lots of room in the back. It will comfortably transport 4 people. 5 might be a bit of a stretch. But you know, one of the common things with a lot of these new SUV coupe style cars is that rear visibility is quite significantly compromised. Like looking behind me, that rear window, I can't see nothing. So you are heavily reliant on cameras, and wow, that is a lot of noise out there, huh? Now, this does look a lot like the Lamborghini Urus, doesn't it? Funny that, but it's not a bad thing. And if we open it up, it's actually a very roomy boot, which is great because chances are if you're buying one of these cars, you're not buying it just for yourself, you'll probably be putting a fair bit of stuff in the back here. So you've got about 560 litres to play with. Now, for something a little bit more exciting, here's the new Audi TTRS. Now, this is based on the new TT platform. It keeps the same 5-cylinder, 2.5-litre turbocharged engine, but it has been quite revamped. The engine now does 400 horsepower and will project the car from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.7 seconds. Now, this car is available here in Thailand for 5.3 million baht. Now, I've got to say with the TTRS, because I used to drive the old TTRS, and it looks a little bit sedate compared to the old one. The old one was big and angry and growly, and whereas this one, it looks a little bit more sort of modern and a little bit more clean lines. But I'll tell you, some of the dead giveaways, the much bigger wheels than you'd normally find on one of these cars. They look fantastic. In this orange color, it looks amazing, let's face it. And it does have some body additions. It's got little black trims on the sides. It's got the black rear diffuser. It's got the spoiler. Clearly, there's a lot of interest in it because everybody seems to be looking at it. But even on the interior, if we come and have a look in here, come over here, a much more refined space. So the old TTRS was really rough and rugged. It was based essentially on the old A3 platform, so there wasn't a lot you could do, whereas this was the first car from Audi to actually introduce the electronic instrument cluster where your gauges are. So it's got a lot of its newer tech from Audi and from the Volkswagen Group built into this car.